with Eric Kelly, 4-time national amateur boxing champion, 2-time New York Golden Gloves champion, 2000 Olympic team alternate, trainer of Wall Street Nerds, host on Vice Sports. Eric, how you doing?
I'm doing great. What's going on, guys?
Good, man. You know, so the first thing I wanted to ask you about, so it's Saturday, you're in New York, the Big Apple, you can pretty much do anything you want. What does Eric Kelly do on a Saturday night, man? What type of trouble you get into?
On a Saturday, it's like this. Generally, like, I do the little physical fitness training, got the geeks and stuff that I train. But, I do the personal training, so if I got somebody booked, I say, like, usually Saturdays during the day, like 1, 2, 3 o'clock, give me 10 o'clock in the morning, I tend to be training people, But Saturday night, shit, turned down for what? You know me, I don't drink, don't do no drugs and shit like that. But I do like going out and having fun, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes I check out a couple bars, couple clubs. But this is all unless there's a fight on. It's a fight on, fuck the blood, fuck the club, fuck the bars. If the fight is on, I gotta watch the fights, you know what I mean?
That's what's up. All right. So now, check this out, right? So after a lot of guys like you get some fame because after the Wall Street Nerd video went viral. I found I talked to some friends who start making it, especially when it's in it's in boxing or MMA, and then you get people when you go out, they start talking a lot of shit and they get real brave and they kind of push up on you because they always want to test you. When you've been out at the club or something like that, have you run into anybody crazy trying to be like, oh no, this guy isn't a real boxer or whatever, anything like that?
Yes, I have, but I done knocked more motherfuckers out than you got fingers and toes in the tree. Yeah, you want shit. I remember one night, it's back in 2012, and the funny thing, the video came out in 2012. I think this is like around September, October 2012, and I was in at a spot, and my friend owns the spot. So anyway, I go and talk to him. He's outside, standing outside, so I go talk to him. Yeah, what's up and that. Meanwhile, his bouncers are kicking some guys out, 3 guys.
Yeah.
And so the guy started. He was talking to my friend like, yo, he kicking us out. What the fuck you kicking us out for? And then my friend is like, hey, the bouncers is doing their job. So I turn around and walk in the spot, and the guy goes, you gonna let this motherfucker in and don't let us in? What kind of shit is that? And the motherfucker hit me. What did he do that for?
Oh,
I was laying niggas out left and right. I hit one motherfucker so hard he farted. You could have counted to 100. I was laying motherfuckers out left and right. For real, I had that shit looking like a male slumber party. You think I'm lying?
No.
You think I'm lying?
No, I'm telling you, man. I've seen it. I don't know why, but for whatever reason, guys just, they see something.
I don't go around on that bullshit. There was a point in my life where I used to be going around starting trouble shit like that. I was a fucking little dickhead. I was in college and whatnot, so I'm feeling myself, and I'm 18, 19, 20 years old, going around talking shit tomorrow. Man, that was a long time ago. Now I'm a father, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm 34 years old, I'm 34 years old. So I ain't got time for that shit no more. But if a nigga come to me, then I'm a man, I gotta protect myself.
Definitely. That's why I think dude, Mayweather probably, he got tired of all that stuff. So that's why he hired those huge damn linebackers or freaking.
Yeah, the motherfucking line. You see that?
God.
Yo, I was at the I was at the press conference with Mayweather when he fought Canelo Alvarez.
Yeah.
Man, and his fucking bodyguards is waiting for him to get outside the fucking van, right?
Yeah.
That one of them niggas was taller than the van. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? What is this nigga, Optimus Prime?
Yeah, no, some of those dudes, they eclipse the sun, man. They are huge.
Man, that motherfucker after the niggas look like the Twin Towers. I thought them shits was down. Excuse my language.
Yeah, no. Oh my gosh. So that before, this is the thing, right? I think everybody talks about the that viral video, or whatever. But I mean, yeah. I watched this old school video. You, Chris Rock, and some other boxers, where on the Chris Rock show.
My dad was in that video.
So tell me about that. Nobody ever talks. I mean, basically, for those who don't know about it, back when the Chris Rock, when Chris Rock had his show. He had this
HBO.
On HBO right after the De La Hoya Trinidad fight. He does a little show. He says, everybody probably watched this fight. The one thing that was missing was a white guy. So what do we need to do to get more white guys in boxing? And he goes around New York asking folks about it. And there you are that's the intro. Tell us about it. Yeah, how did that happen,
Yeah.
and what was it like?
Yeah, that was at the time I was fighting for the to make the 2000 US Olympic team. I was the national champion. I was Golden Glove champion. So I was like the hottest thing in New York, boxing on the amateur circuit at the time. And Chris Rock in Brooklyn got, and he coming through gyms in New York trying to find the next great white fighter. So why not come to the gym that got the best amateur fighter in New York now? So he came and he hollered at me at the gym. Chris Rock is a great guy. My dad was actually in that. My dad was actually in that video. My dad is more funny than me. He was the old guy with the black T-shirt sitting down in the chair.
Oh, that's your dad.
But that's my dad. That's my dad. That's where I get it from.
He's hilarious. What's up?
That's where I get it from.
Oh my God, you got to get him to go out and do some interviews with it. He is. I was dying. I couldn't stop laughing with what he was saying.
My dad, listen, the shit that motherfucker say, I'm still trying to wrap my hands around it. That motherfucker's a genius. That motherfucker's 10 times funnier than me. Like, if you listen to my dad and my mom, then you'll understand. I'm glad those motherfuckers don't want to be on TV, because I'd be out of a job.
Oh man, yeah, he was, and some of the stuff that you were saying, I remember Chris Rock asked, he's like, what do you think about when you see another fight, when you see a white fighter on the other side of the ring, you're like, slavery?
Yeah, 200 years ago. That's exactly what I think about. And I kick their ass for retribution of my people. To make sure we never go back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I kick their ass for every Sojourner Truth, for every Dr. King, for every Harry Tubman, for every Marcus Garvey, every fucking Frederick Douglass. I make sure that I'm doing my part as an African American by putting my foot up their ass.
And where was all that stuff filmed? What gym were you guys at?
That was at the New Bed-Stuy boxing gym in Brooklyn. That's where I started at.
Awesome.
And is that New Bed-Stuy boxing gym in Brooklyn. That's where I started at.
Was your dad a trainer, or was he?
No, my dad wasn't a trainer. He was just always there for me to give me his support and finance my motherfucking dream.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's what like my dad was a real dad. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get you.
My dad was a real dad.
Man, that must have been. How old were you? Do you think in that video? Because you look pretty young.
In that video, I was 18, 19 years old.
So you just okay. And was that that was before your amateur fight then? Because the year that you were an Olympic alternate, that's the year that you fought Andre Ward, right? Or no?
Yeah, I fought Andre Ward in 2001 at the 2001 U.S. Nationals. I fought Andre Ward.
Gotcha, right there. And then, so in one of your last interviews, you were talking about, and you said this, and I was like, and it resonated with me. You said that that amateur boxing is sometimes like harder than pro boxing.
Anyway, let me tell you something about amateur boxing. And I think amateur boxing is harder than pro boxing because in amateur boxing, you never know who you're gonna fight. Unless you like at that, like even at the top level, like amateur boxing, like pro boxing, you know who you're gonna fight. Sometimes months before you fight the motherfucker. You know what I mean? So amateur boxing, when you go up to the fight, they take the boxing books. Who got this many bouts? That's amount of bouts, and they try to match them up as even as possible. You never know. That guy could be left-handed. That guy could be right-handed. He could be tall. He could be short. He could be strong. He could be fast. You know what I'm saying? So you never know who you're gonna fight in amateur boxing. And at the top level, when you guys are at the top of the line, think about this. Andre Ward fought myself in the amateurs. He fought a guy named Anthony Stewart from Chicago in the amateurs. Anthony Stewart beat Antonio Tarver in the amateurs, beat William Jaffe in the amateurs. You got guys like Andre Durrell. Andre Durrell fought Andre Berto in the amateurs. Andre Berto fought a kid named Ernie Gonzalez, Jesus Gonzalez from Arizona in the amateurs. So like in the amateurs, it's harder than the pros because the top guys tend to fight the top guys all the time.
So then, okay, at the top of the amateur boxing world, though, you get a lot of Cubans, right? Like, have you ever been?
Some bad mother. let me tell you something. If I would have had to fight a Cuban, I wouldn't have made weight that day. Fuck that. Them some bad motherfuckers.
Did you ever catch? I mean, so you never fought one of the Cubans?
All right. Say that again.
So you never fought one of the Cubans?
And you couldn't melt me and pour me in the ring with that motherfucker. I told you, I'd rather sandpaper Lion's ass than fight a Cuban.
So did you ever? But you at least got to see a lot of them fight, though, right? A lot of the international competition.
I got
stuff.
to see a ton of them fight. They're great. I love them. They're great. They're masterful. They're like boxing is an art. It's the manly art of self-defense. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And the Cubans are like Picasso. I love them. Look at Rigondeaux. And then you got guys the Cubans who are great Cubans, like better than Rigondeaux. That I've heard of them, but 99% of people never heard of, like Mario Candelan. You know what
Felix
I mean?
Savon.
You got Felix Savon. You got Ariel Hernandez.
Teofilo Stevenson.
You got Teofilo Stevenson. You know what I'm saying? So you got so many elite amateur boxers in Cuba, like, and it's like their amateurs there are like two, 3 time Olympic gold medalists. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all. It's a communist country, so it's not like they can go do their thing, then turn pro and get all this money. No. Those guys are like 2, 3 time gold medalists, and they like 30 years old, 28 years old. They fighting our kids 17, 18 years old. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Did you ever make it out to Cuba to even, because I know that some of the teams at least go out there to like check it out or whatever.
No, I've never been there.
So this is the thing I've been thinking about lately, right? So now I don't know if you heard like the laws and all that stuff are changing, so people can actually fly, like U.S. people can now fly to Cuba. And
yeah, I ain't going. I know Jay-Z and Beyonce went. I tell you who not gonna motherfucking go. I'll look at a motherfucking brochure. I'll be damned if I board the goddamn plane. I lost my boarding pass. Sorry.
But do you think it's gonna?
I'll look at a motherfucking brochure.
But do you think that's gonna change? Like, I mean, they're partially so good, right? Because they start, they pluck them out of school and they join La Finca.
It's hard for us to stay focused because we got so many distractions. We live in a free world, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We got soccer moms taking their kids to go play soccer that grow up to be little pussy ass motherfuckers in the future. You know, we got parents like my parents kept me in the boxing gym. We got football, we got baseball, we got video games, you know what I'm saying? Like, we have options. Those motherfuckers got baseball and they got boxing predominantly. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And they don't have the free will to go, oh, I'm going to stay the night at my buddy's house, or we're going to go to GameStop, we're going to get the new Halo game or Call of Duty game, or, oh, this new movie came out. No, bullshit. They're going to go to the gym and they're going to work on honing their craft. They're going to work on making themselves superb fighters. They're going to work on their technique. They're going to work on honing their craft.
So do you think that once the United States, is able to get in there and they're able to like move around, that Cuba is going to start dropping off in the boxing world, the amateurs?
I don't know, because let me tell you what happened. Even back in like the 70s, 80s, when they was having, even the early 90s, when they was having the USA Cuba duels, USA wasn't really winning those duels. I know we won some of them. I think in the '83, I think it was 7-6, and USA won 7, Cuba won 6. But Cuba's always been a dominant force. Cuba has always been a dominant force. Cuba's always been a dominant force. So, I think they got so much of a head start on us that it takes an exceptional American fighter to defeat the Cuban. Exceptional.
So now, in the pros, which of the Cubans are your favorite? Rigondeaux, Gamboa, Lara, like Mike Perez? Gamboa.
Mike Perez, that motherfucker can't get in shape. Let me tell you what Mike Perez is. Mike Perez is like the Riddick Bowe that never made it. Like Riddick Bowe Remember Riddick Bowe was like when he was young, up and coming prospect. He was hot. He was always in shape, kicking ass. As soon as he won that title and got a couple dollars, it was downhill from him.
Yeah,
he got too comfortable. Same with Mike Perez. As soon as Mike Perez got the chance to go where he can go have enough money to buy a plate of food, it was downhill from him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was downhill from there.
Well, you must have seen Oleander Solis, right? Like that's the guy who...
Yeah, another guy, another motherfucker. He's a fucking disgrace. He's a disgrace. He should be kidnapped, raped, and thrown off a roof. A motherfucking disgrace. I'm for real. You can say what you want. He's a fucking disgrace.
Can you believe it? He beat the great Felix Savon, and then he gets out here, and he can't... I mean, he just looks a mess.
You see how big and fat he is? He out of shape.
He's huge.
He out of shape. He out of shape. The motherfucker, the motherfucker living now. He eating now. You know what I'm saying? He got running water. He drinking clean water. He drinking clean water. The nigga ain't drinking out the water that the cows used to wash their ass. Excuse my language, but I'm keeping it real.
No, but that's true. No, man. Honestly, that's. I mean, you know, especially.
Let me tell you something. You give a man a fish, he eat for a day. You teach a man to fish, he eat for a lifetime, right? Now this guy knows how to fish, but when he was given that freedom and given that fish, like he just got lazy. If you don't want to do this, don't do it. If you don't want, this is a dangerous, deadly sport. If you don't want to do this, don't do it. You know what I'm saying? This is boxing. You're getting knocked upside the head for a living. If you don't want to do this, don't do it. But if you're going to do this and half-ass it, your condition and everything, then you deserve all the fucking bad shit that's coming to you. Because you don't have to do this.
I feel you. And exactly. All he's doing now is just subjecting himself to punishments, man. Getting knocked out, losing bad. It's just sad. Sad. So, divisions, man. I'm thinking, you know, everybody's talking about the big fight on May 2nd with Floyd Mayweather and Pacquiao, but honestly, one of the ones that I'm also, I mean, mind you, I'm looking forward to that fight. I think everybody's looking forward to that fight. But one of the other ones that I'm looking forward to, though, is the Canelo Alvarez-Kirkland fight, man. What do you think?
Like, for real, even, like, neither one of those niggas got defense. Even the winner ain't gonna, even the winner of that fight ain't gonna know how to read when the fight over. Even the winner of the fight ain't gonna, like, them niggas block with their head.
They block with
even, for real. Even the winner of that fight ain't gonna know how to read when the fight over.
Oh, man. I think it's true. And I think it, dude, it's gonna be, but this, you know what I mean? But, so what do you think about... What about Kirkland, man?
About what, motherfucker?
So Kirkland, right? So he was getting trained by Ann Wolfe, and now, you know, he decided to drop her, maybe because, I don't know, because she's intense and because she trains him real hard or whatever. I mean, what do you think about that? What do you think about Ann Wolfe and like their relationship? Do you think she pushed him too hard, or like what is it, you know? Because
she don't push the nigga too hard. She don't push the nigga too hard. She don't like if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You know what I'm saying? She got Kirkland. She got James Kirkland working hard. And when James Kirkland is working hard with Ann Wolfe, you see the results. All right? You see the results when James Kirkland is working hard with Ann Wolfe. Now, when he's not with Ann Wolfe, what happened?
Gets knocked out.
It don't take a rocket science to see it, right?
Yeah.
It don't take a rocket science to see it. Now, I'm going to say this, though. My good friend, Gerald Tucker, was a bad motherfucking amateur from Ohio. Like Cincinnati. He was the Pan American Games gold medalist in 1999. He won national tournaments in the amateurs. He was a bad motherfucker. As a pro, he was undefeated. He was in Vegas training with Mayweather and all those guys. And he's undefeated. He only had about 5 fights, though. But for some reason, he stopped fighting. Anyway, he's training James Kirkland now for this fight.
Oh, really?
And yes. But Ann Wolfe was great for Kirkland. Ann Wolfe wasn't with that pussy shit. You know who Ann Wolfe remind me of?
Who?
Vladimir Putin. I like Putin. Say what you want. I like the nigga.
Why do you like Putin?
I would love to, because he ain't with that bullshit. I would love to train Putin.
You would train him?
I would love to train. I would be happier than the pig and shit. I would love to train Putin.
That's interesting. So what do you like about him? What stands out about Putin for you?
Because he don't. Now don't get me wrong. A lot of that shit the motherfucker be doing is extreme. But he needs somebody like me. I say, man, what the fuck is he doing? You know that shit ain't right. Like, come on, dude. If you want somebody doing that to you, motherfucker. Man, I make granted, we don't want this pussy shit going on, but still, these motherfuckers in the USA is skipping down the street singing Happy Pharrell song and shit like that. Man, listen, man. Vladimir Putin ain't about that bullshit. He remind me of Ann Wolf. They serious, they hard body, and they don't come to play. They don't come for that bullshit. You know, Vladimir Putin be out riding horses, doing triathlons, swimming and shit. You know what I'm saying? Hitting the mitts and shit. Vladimir Putin is hard body. I fuck with Putin. Call me what the fuck you want. I don't give a goddamn. I'll be whatever the fuck you call me. 2 kids in a bucket. Fuck it. I like Vladimir Putin.
So then, so how are the trainers different? All right. So your friend who's now training Kirkland. How is he different from Ann Wolf? Like, I mean, obviously he's got a great resume.
He has a great resume as an amateur. Ann Wolf obviously was a great female professional. He's very technical. My friend's very technical, and Kirkland is not that technical. Maybe like he can't like Kirkland has his style. I don't think Kirkland can be that technical, but maybe he can like cross a couple T's, dot a couple I's for Kirkland, like. Working on his balance, working on his movement, slipping in, and how to close the distance against Canelo. Because Canelo tries to be technical, but not that technical either. And if Canelo's defense ain't up to par, James Kirkland is going to fuck him up. You know what I'm saying? But if Kirkland's defense ain't up to par, Canelo's going to fuck him up. Because Ashita whooped Kirkland's ass. Yeah. And Ashita hit soft. Ashita hit soft and baby shit.
For real, there.
Why you always laughing at me?
It's good, man. That's true. I couldn't have said it better. The
I'm for real. I'm serious as cancer.
So if you
got a job?
What's up?
You got a job?
Of course I got a job.
What'd you do?
I'm a lawyer.
A lawyer? What kind of law?
I do a lot of contract, startup work, financing, all that jazz.
Okay, so you do like contract and stuff. You do that nerd shit.
I do. I gotta pay the bills.
I mean, nigga, I pay the bills too. You don't see me on no nerd shit. You got glasses on?
No, hell no, I got no damn glasses on.
You wear Dockers?
I wear No, I don't wear Dockers. Man, I wear jeans and a polo shirt to work.
You shop at Sears?
Man, I'm surprised. Man, Sears is like bankrupt, man. They're lucky they even have any stores open. So if you're gonna put down money, who would you put money down? Canelo or Kirkland?
Fuck. I'm gonna put money down on Canelo.
You put really?
Let me tell you why. Boxing is a business. Canelo's hot right now. He got one loss, only to Floyd Mayweather. You feel me? Mm-hmm. Canelo's hot right now. They got a lot of money, but how you think they got more money behind Canelo? Let me answer this question. When Canelo fights, what does the Mexicans do?
Everybody buys their pay-per-views.
When Kirkland fight, what do the niggas do?
Man.
Answer my question. When Canelo fight, what do the Mexicans do?
They go out and buy pay-per-view.
When Kirkland fight, what do the blacks do?
They all hop in this thing. I don't know. They all try to catch a fight, probably.
Yeah. See, see the difference.
Yeah.
See the difference.
Yeah, I get you.
See the difference. So who reps Canelo?
Golden Boy.
Golden Boy is who?
Oscar De La Hoya.
Oscar De La Hoya is what?
I mean, Hall of Fame fighter. Hall of Fame fighter, big promoter.
Yeah, Mexican.
And he's Mexican, yeah.
So you see the tie there? You see the tie?
Yeah.
Let me tell you something about. Let me tell you, and this is a sad thing about black fighting. We don't like the Mexicans fight. If a Mexican fight, they all out there. All the Mexicans out there. If Cotto fight, all the Puerto Ricans is out there. If fucking if GGG fight, all the Russians, they all out there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Blacks don't support blacks like that. If Mayweather, that's why Mayweather always fought Mexicans around Cinco de Mayo, so he can tap into their fan base.
Why do you think that is? Why don't black people support more black fighters? You don't think?
Because of black people, a lot of us, we rather see a dog with a diamond in his ass than a nigga with a bone.
Okay, I gotcha. That's sad, man.
You want me to lie to you?
No, but it's, some truths are sad.
Think about it. Sad. I mean, it's a sad fact. I'm just gonna be a kid here with no filter and gonna tell you how it is. Don't be offended by what I say. I'm not. I mean, people might not agree with what I'm saying, but I'm gonna ask one question: am I lying?
Yeah, I get you. No, I think you're right. I think you're right.
People might not agree with the way I'm saying it. But the question is, am I lying?
Now, do you think, I was going to say, do you think some of it has to do with the fact that there's more, well, I was going to say that there's more black people.
A motherfucker hate to see another motherfucker doing better than them. That's what it is. They're like the Mexicans and the Jewish community, the Russian community, whatever, the Greek community, they support their own. For some reason, black people hate to see another motherfucker doing better than them. Like a bunch of crabs in a barrel.
Yeah.
And it's not good. It's not good. It's plaguing our people and it's plaguing our growth.
So then, all right, to switch it up a little bit right from there, but it kind of relates because we start getting into a different combat sport. There's a lot of issues and interesting stuff with race, especially with black people, because there aren't that many black people in MMA. Right, MMA has been kicking off, and I'm curious. I've never heard you talk about MMA. Do you watch the fights? Is it something that you like or interested in?
I respect it. You know what I'm saying? I'm good friends with my boy King Mo. You know what I'm saying? I respect MMA, UFC. I respect it. This is my philosophy. I remember one time people said, "Oh, boxing is dead. MMA is a new sport." Bullshit. MMA it's going to take time, but I highly doubt MMA produces a Muhammad Ali, a Mike Tyson figure. I'm not saying just being great boxers, but great figures, like legendary figures. I don't think there'll ever be an MMA fighter on a fucking postal stamp. But of course there's going to be a Muhammad Ali, Shakur Robinson.
Yeah, okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
yeah. It goes like this. MMA fighters, they don't have much time because the sport is so brutal, and God knows it's a fucking brutal sport. The sport is so brutal that the longevity of the fighter might be 5 years. Might. And that's a huge might. Because look at what's going on. Look at what they're dealing with. Look at Anderson Silva. Anderson Silva had how many hot years? 2, 3 hot years? Now it's over for that nigga. When he was when he was like the top guy.
Well, now he got pegged with those, with those steroids or whatever twice.
Yeah. Oh, the steroids are so prevalent in MMA. So don't get me wrong, it's big in boxing too, but in MMA, it's fucking huge. But they ain't testing like boxing does.
What do you think about this? So I by the way, your Vice videos on the Baseball Hall of Fame, and then I saw another one too. God, the boot camp thing.
Civilian military combine. Yeah. That's like a Tough Mudder, like the Tough Mudder Spartan races. So there's one called the Civilian Military Combine.
Those were hilarious. Now, what do you think about? You should pitch an idea, man. You in the MMA world, it's just cool because I don't think it'd be interesting to see. Just see you in that area. Just kind of.
I would love to do some kind of video with some MMA fighters and being in on a train and getting some footage, talking some shit. I might even get in a ring with Bart from one of them. I ain't gonna do no jiu-jitsu with them niggas. I shoot them, but I might get in the ring. You know what I'm saying? I'll shoot them, but I might get in the ring and box for one of them. I'm sure I'll school.
Have you trained any MMA guys?
Yeah, I got a few MMA guys come and work with me and whatnot, get their hands right.
I get you. I get you. So where do I mean? So if I want to get trained by Eric Kelly, how does that happen? Like, where do I gotta go? What do I gotta do?
You gotta come to Gleason's Gym, Brooklyn, New York. Come hit me up, or like few people they fly me out to where they at. If it like recently, last place I've been was I was just in San Francisco back in December. I had some clients fly me out there to work with them out there in San Francisco. I was going to get some work done in Miami. I was in Miami last week, but I couldn't get that done. The spring break weekend, too many distractions. Hoes walking around with short skirts and shit on. No way that was going to fucking happen. You know what I'm saying?
Ain't nobody
I got to, yeah. There's no way I'm going to be able to fucking get up at 6 in the morning and do all this bullshit when I got it. When I just came in 4 o'clock in the morning because I was out with these girls all night.
That's true. That's the truth, man. Shit.
You gotta have energy to do this. To train, you gotta have energy, and you gotta get your rest, and you gotta keep your dick in your pants. And with these freaks that was walking those Miami streets, no way I was gonna do that.
Yo, so do you really believe in that? Like you can't you can't have sex in the 8 weeks of training, or whatever? Because Mayweather says,
don't do that. Don't do that. I've done it before, and I've won. I've done it and won, but the performance don't be the same. You be a little flat. It's not the same, trust me. You gotta keep that testosterone. You gotta keep that that grit. You gotta stay fresh. Don't do that. You'll be a little flat. I'm telling you.
So then you touched on it earlier, but I'm curious, right? Everybody's talking about all the the steroids and all that stuff in MMA, but in boxing, I mean, how bad of an issue do you think it is? Because in MMA, like it's crazy. I mean, it's everywhere.
Boxing and MMA is all over. It's everybody. It's every fucking body. It's 98%. Maybe more. And boxing is big too. I can't name a percentage. All right, right now, if I take an uneducated guess, I'll say 40% of boxing.
Really? You think in the amateurs and the pros?
And pros.
So you've seen it. You've been like, damn. Like, would you say there's anybody who surprised you?
I mean, look at it. Look at people who've been getting busted. Look at Yuriorkis Gamboa got busted. Look at fucking Roy Jones Jr. got busted.
Well, Gamboa wasn't.
Look at Lamar Peterson got busted. Dan Holyfield got busted. Like top tier fighters getting busted with this shit. And Gamboa was what? Let me hear you make an excuse. Gamboa was what?
Oh no, I was just gonna say Gamboa wasn't officially busted, right? So they saw his name on one of those at that Miami place that got busted for steroids, but they didn't. They never found it in his blood. But I know what you're saying. But I'm just officially.
Let me tell you something. 90% of the time, where there's smoke, there's fire.
All right.
It looked like a horse. It walked like a horse. What is it?
It's a horse. With some shit on it, probably. Fuck. Damn. That big of an issue you think in boxing?
It is what it is.
Man.
It is what it is. What's up with you?
All right. Now, I was just that was one of my that's one of my big questions, because we see a lot of
boxing. You do boxing?
Yeah, I boxed for a couple years when I was in my early 20s, and then because
cool.
I wrestled in college, like that's what I've always done. So, but you get older, you don't do it as much.
I really respect wrestling. I'm friends with a lot of Olympic wrestlers. I really respect wrestling. I love those guys. Good guys.
Dude, I feel like boxers and wrestlers, man, they both got to go through that hell of cutting weight, man. Brutal.
Yeah, hell yeah. And the thing about wrestling though is easier because when it's a wrestler when you once for the tournament, you good. Boxer gotta weigh it every day. If you fight Monday, you gotta weigh it Monday morning. If you win that mean you gotta fight Tuesday, you gotta weigh it again. You win, you gotta fight Wednesday, you gotta weigh it again. So like every day. So you really have no time to rehydrate. That's
brutal. Yeah, I had a couple of tournaments, only a few. Like most of them, you're right. They're not like that. But I did have a couple where you did it. They gave you like a pound allowance on the second day if you made it.
Yeah.
God, I remember being, running miles and running sprints at like 11 o'clock at night just trying to make that weight.
Yeah, I've done shit like that in the fucking sauna with a wetsuit on, spitting in the cup, Abilene, shadow boxing, trying to get the last 2 pounds, 2-3 pounds is always the hardest to get off, boy.
That's the brutal. Man,
crazy.
Oh man. All right, well, dude, Eric, I appreciate the time, man. This has been fun. It's been hilarious.
I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Thank
You know, let me know whenever you're gonna have your next, you know, Vice video. We can talk about that and, you know, promote the hell out of it.
All right, let's do it. I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
All right, man. Have a good weekend.
Yes, you too, brother. God bless you.
Take care. Bye. Definitely want to thank Eric Kelly again for taking some time on this Saturday afternoon to be with us, to give us some of his thoughts, his wisdom, his freaking hilarious jokes. Catch him on Twitter at Eric Kelly. And also, if you're anywhere near Brooklyn, definitely head over to Gleason's Gym to get some of that jokes and ass whooping live and in person, or fly him out to your hometown. I'm sure the man will give you a good workout no matter where you're at. Anyways, that'll do it for us. Until next time, keep your hands up.